So, I'm a drummer, and I love Genshin Impact. With version 4.0 and Fontaine just around the corner, I want to do a couple quick videos just reflecting on and celebrating the music of Sumeru. Now obviously we can't go through and listen to every single track from the Sumeru soundtrack. So I'm going to split it into two parts. This is part 1 involving music from the Rainforest. Part 2 with the desert music will be right around the corner, so keep an eye out for that. So without any further ado, let's jump in and reminisce and celebrate the great music of the Sumeru Rainforest. Alright, so up first is the hustle and bustle of poor Ormos. Frankly, this song is just a banger. I went with the day version of this theme. There is a night version as well that's a little bit more chill and relaxing, but for me, you just can't match the energy of the day version here. And anytime you start out with that kind of banging hand drum action, count me in. The sitar rolling in, man. I remember the first time I went to Port Ormos, I was streaming, and the chat kept telling me, like, oh, wait till you get to Port Ormos, wait till you get to Port Ormos. I was like, all right, yeah, it's whatever. All right, I'm sure it'll be great music. It's always good. And then I get there, and this kicks in, and I was just chilling with it. Just enjoying it. And you all know what happens up next. You know what's about to go down. And this song just blew me away the first time hearing it. And I know everybody had the same reaction. It's so good. It's so good. Right here. Build it up. And what's awesome is you got that deep droning, those low strings in the background. That's carrying just a solid, smooth bass line because there's so much movement from the hand drums than the actual melody here. You go, got so much movement happening everywhere else, and that low drone in the background kind of helps it like seal it all together. It's the concrete of the song, if you will. And then we fade back out. Vibey strings, that same hand drum rhythm just keeps going, just keeps on grooving and moving. Oh man, what a great song. Holy cow, that takes me back. All right, so next we're going to look at Village Surrounded by Green. This is the RIMERA village theme. For a lot of people, this was kind of like our first introduction to the music of Sumeru as we stepped foot in there. And we started hearing these songs and kind of getting these vast green landscapes before us. I know this is going to feel super nostalgic. And it's so happy and chirpy and upbeat. For a lot of people, especially in the comments from when you guys were suggesting these songs to me, for a lot of people, this is what folks said they think of when they think of Sumeru music. And I can totally see it. For me, I think of a different song, which we'll listen to at the end of the video. Oh my gosh, it's so nice and pleasant. And when you think of RIMERA Village, it matches the vibe so perfectly, man. Like, we're just chilling, we're cruising, we're talking to people, we're meeting all these new people. It's uplifting, it's happy. We're in a new region, there's so much to experience. Oh, it's so much fun. And you can hear in the background, there's no proper percussion happening right now, but the strings are serving as the percussion. We talk about it all the time. Hoyo does a great job using non-percussion instruments to serve as percussion in the song. You can hear that in the background, especially if you're wearing headphones. I always say, wear headphones for these videos, gamers. Now we got some percussion. The bass line coming in, I don't think that's an actual bass guitar. I'm pretty sure that's on a synth, but either way. And that flute just absolutely vibing, man. That flute sound, that's the sound of Sumeru for me. It doesn't matter if we're talking about village and city themes, ARANARA themes, that flute, I think of Sumeru when I hear that flute come in. And the hand drums too, man. Man, this song, it's the total package. It's got everything you want for Sumeru music. And it just feels so good. I'm gonna be curious now, because like I said in the suggestions, a lot of people said this was like their introduction to Sumeru music. What was the first song for you that really felt like Sumeru? Drop a comment and let me know. And obviously, if you don't know the full track name, that's okay. You can just say like the section of the game that it plays. Most people know what you're talking about. Slow and somber. Roll it out. Oh, what a nice track. What a nice track. So next, we've got Jolts in the Forest. This is like the overworld boss battle fight theme. We've got that. And then Gilded Runner also. And if you haven't already seen, I did a full video on Gilded Runner. Gilded Runner is for like your general overworld encounters in the Rainforest. I did a full video on that. If you haven't already seen it, check it out. Fantastic song. In my opinion, one of the finest songs in the entirety of the Genshin Impact soundtrack. But this is Jolts in the Forest. And I feel like my anxiety, my tension is starting to spike up already. I feel like if I look over my shoulder, there might be the shroom chicken, the lettuce chicken, somewhere behind me. I don't know. So much tension. So much tension. You can hear in the background just a subtle ding, ding, and that follows through with a little ding, 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 ding. So many different instruments, and they're not even following the same patterns. It just feels so tense. That flute! The flute is back, baby! Hey, it's Sumeru. The flute never left. Yeah! Oh, man. Reminds me of whooping ass. And I like that. We got a lot of low-end percussion happening here. And they just keep mixing it up. It's like it's like the main melody of the song, and it almost goes through a reprisal right there in its own right. Drop it back out, back to this main medley. And it just stops, and it starts. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if, similar to Gilded Runner, it almost feels like it's following a bizarre time signature until the percussion comes in. Once the percussion comes in, it feels a lot more steady, a little bit more predictable. But without that percussion there, and just these overhead instruments, it all feels so tense and unpredictable, which is perfect for a battle theme. We're building up. You can hear dun, 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 dun. That's the strings, again, playing the role of percussion, giving that backbone just that solid 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's building dun, 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 dun. Right into the big part. Damn, bro, those hand drums go so hard. Everything goes up an octave, adding the intensity. Looping around, baby, looping around. I would love to see a live performance of this song, but you know they're just going hard on that part. Oh! Whoa, we got all triumphant up in here. The marching snare rolls. The horns. Man, I talk about all the time. Marching snare and brass instruments. That's how you make the sound of triumph. And that's what they got right here. I use Halo as a comparison for that all the time, because Halo does a ton of that. Horns and marching snares for moments of triumph. Back to intensity. Yep. Reeling it back in. Triumph is done. We're back into combat. It's time to stop feeling good about yourself. Get serious about this fight. Building. You can hear that sitar in the background just picking, running those riffs, eighth notes. Oh! Oh, the mix-up! They're keeping it low. Do they go high again before the end of the... Oh, yep, there it is. Oh, man. It is moving. The intensity. Cymbal crash at the end. A classic move. Percussion's gone. It's back to just those overhead instruments. Feeling super intense. Oh! I thought that was the end. Whoa, that ending caught me off guard. That's the neat thing about listening to these songs just on the soundtrack and not in the game itself. There are a lot of the little moments like that, especially the ending of these songs. A lot of times you don't even hear the ending because songs like that, they're like an overworld fight theme. They just loop until you're out of combat and then they fade out. A lot of times you don't hear the ending. I don't think I've ever heard the ending of that song before. That was something. Dang. All right, so following the theme of intensity and combat, we've got Struggle of Dying Embers. This is the Withering theme, the Withering combat music that you hear. And of course, the Withering plays such a vital part in the overall storytelling of the Sumeru Rainforest. Oh, we got that. You got headphones on? You heard that deep synthesized bass drop. It's coming back. Does that stay here through the whole song? That was just a single hit there. Back to the double hits. Ooh, that's so intense. Some loose freehand percussion, adding a sense of chaos. It's not super structured. Oh, it's so dark. Dun, 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 dun. We do have a little bit of percussion with that deep synthesized kick drum. But the strings are providing a lot of that percussive and rhythmic backbone right now. Oh, oh! Transitioning out. Caught me off guard. That drone, that's that creepy Withering feel. That's what I think of when I think of fighting the Withering. That high pitch, that drone. You got a little bit of synthesized drone happening right now too. Just weird and creepy and chaotic. Oh yeah, more synthesized percussion. I'm pretty sure it ramps up. Because, you know, usually in the Withering moments, you've got like phases as you go through like the little puzzle of shooting the little evil red eyes. Then you actually have to fight like the boss enemy that spawns in there. I'm pretty sure the music will intensify with that. Building. There's that flute again. Not the traditional Sumeru Rainforest flute sound that we're used to, but the continuation of instruments even in different vibes and different kinds of music and themes. Super cohesive soundtrack. I would expect nothing less from Hoyo Mix. Ooh! Lots of percussion right now. Oh. It dropped out. Everything got a little bit deeper, a little bit throatier. Oh, dang. The percussion is in stereo. It's going from one ear to the other. Again, I really hope you're listening with headphones, and I hope it translates well when I post this video, but that's in stereo, and it's going from one ear to the other. Again, a feeling of chaos and tension. Ooh, those creepy strings. Oh, sending shivers up my spine. Such a creepy song. Fitting, very fitting, but kind of unusual. I feel like we don't get a lot of songs like this. Ooh, really dark. We don't get a lot of songs like this in Genshin that are just dark and creepy. And unlike a lot of battle themes, I don't know that we've had like a real moment of triumph in the song yet. It looks like I was wrong. I don't think we're gonna get a big build-up. It's just that. That song's like Bad Vibes Protocol. That's dark and that's intense. Fitting for the Withering, but a little unusual for the Genshin soundtracks. We call it a palate cleanser. Yeah, gamers? And now I feel like we can't talk about the music of Sumeru without talking about the ARANARA music. We've got Melody of Bright New Buds. Anyone that's messed with the ARANARA at all, you're going to recognize multiple sections of this song. Bust out your little in-game harp and play along if you want. Now, I personally, I was pretty outspoken. The ARANARA quest was way too damn long for me. And it's unfortunate because I know there's so much good content there. I had a very hard time consuming it. But one thing I didn't have a hard time consuming, the music. Right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, it takes me back. It hasn't even been that long, but it takes me back. I'm just seeing that, picturing that like panoramic camera as you're playing your harp, opening up portals to mystical fairy dream worlds. Oh, it's so pretty too. It's so pretty. Whew. The reverb there. Just echoing. Oh, that's so pretty. Bring it back now. Yeah. Walking it up a little bit. The flute. The flute is back. It's like I said, I hear that flute, and for me, that's like, that gives the Sumeru vibe to like any song. And I guess I should say Sumeru Rainforest. I don't think we get a lot of flute in the desert. I'll keep an ear out for that and analyze that in my desert music video. But man, when I hear that flute, oh, that just screams Sumeru Rainforest. It just ties it together for me. I love that. And while we're on the topic of ARANARA, we gotta listen to Before the Light Fades. That's the MARANA battle theme. If you got through that entire quest and you got to that boss battle at the very end, this one's for you. Can't say that I did. However, we can't celebrate the music of Sumeru and neglect the finality, the grand finale of the ARANARA quest line. Before the Light Fades, this song is, I was going to say, probably going to be super intense. Like I said, this is actually going to be a rare occasion. I haven't heard the song because I have not reached that point in the quest. Did not do it myself. Oh, yeah. You need to come in with a done. Done. On the percussion in the background, picking it up. You can hear in the background, it's got like a... serving as like the percussive backbone. We mention it all the time. That's not percussion, that's the bass line. It's a synthesized bass line. We've got strings building up, creating the tension along with everything else. Oh yeah. Oh, it's coming. Is that an electric guitar? Ooh, some creepy sounds. Oh. Why does this almost sound like a cyberpunk battle theme? Holy moly. Ooh. There's so much synthetic music here. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit of a gamer's regret for not having done this whole quest line and reached this boss fight. I can't relate to the ties between the synthetic music, but I'm confident that it ties into the storyline for this boss fight in some way. It just keeps going. This feels, wow, this is a palate cleanser. This feels so out of place. I haven't heard a single like recurring theme or element. Never mind. Ha! On cue, there's the flute. And it's not our typical happy, uplifting flute that we get when wandering around the streets of Sumeru. It was adding tension. It was there for a moment and gone in an instant. And again, honestly, the quick flash of that, back again, in and out, I feel like that ties into the storytelling of this boss fight. And I feel a little bit unfortunate that I can't say from personal experience. I'm not going to lie. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, we're bringing in a little bit of synthetic snare drum for that drum fill right there. Back to the floor, 4 on the floor with the kick drum. That is obviously the rhythmic backbone of the song. Build up! Oh, come on! Oh, they juked me! They juked me so bad with the delay on that build. Woo! And so now we've got just full blown. We've got, it's almost like trap hats. It's a synthesized drum kit, synthetic kick drum, synthetic snare, synthetic hats. It's fitting the theme. Really, I hear strings in the background, a little bit of sitar. I am hearing some sitar now. So that's obviously a big recurring instrument and theme, a big musical element for Sumeru. But again, it doesn't feel like Sumeru. And something tells me that that's very deliberate for this boss fight. Ooh, that was intense. That was intense. Now it's time for Riddles and Wonders. For me, this is one of my absolute favorite songs from the Sumeru Rainforest collection, because it is effectively a reprisal of what I consider to be the Sumeru Rainforest theme. And it's like a sadder, moodier, more emotional interpretation of a different song within the soundtrack. And this one goes out to the fellow NAHIDA enjoyers and the NAHIDA quest completers. Let's reminisce and maybe feel a little sad together, gamers. Nothing wrong with feeling a little bit of sadness. Because, hey, without a little bit of sadness, you never know the true meaning of joy. That's the melody right there. That's Sumeru for me. And it's so moody right now. Got those deep strings in the background, just carrying. They're just droning. And that sitar. I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm gonna try not to cry. It's one of those moments where the song is so beautiful and it's so pretty, and then you remember the moments associated with the song, and you remember the feelings you felt while playing the game and hearing this song, and it's like they just come back. Oh man, that's a lot. That's nice. That's a good feeling, gamers. I hope you're feeling those good nostalgic feels right now. Kind of just makes you want to give NAHIDA a hug. It's just so nice. And everything kind of comes together here at the end. The flute's playing over the main melody that the sitar's playing. Yes. Nice. Beautiful. Wonderful. Magnificent. Emotional. I'm not sure what more you could want from a song. And now to piggyback off of that emotional ride, we're going to finish off this celebration of the Sumeru Rainforest music with Evergreen Wish. For me personally, this is the tune and this is the melody that I think of when I think about Sumeru. For Riddles and for Wonders is essentially a sad emotional reprisal of Evergreen Wish. And for me, it's just like a trip down memory lane. I hear the song, I see the scenes, the overtures, the storytelling, the dialogue, the characters. It's like it all comes together. So for me, I think that this is the perfect song to finish out this video with. And it's gonna feel kind of nice just have like a good old-fashioned feel-good song. Because we went through some heavy music there. See, man, that flute, that line, I'm walking through Sumeru right now. I'm with my friends in co-op. I'm making memories on stream with my community. Everybody's talking, celebrating. I'm seeing lush greenery, bright rivers and waterfalls with light reflecting off of them. I'm seeing eremites in the distance dancing around a campfire, mushrooms bouncing around, giant trees, glowing mushrooms. Oh man. I'm gonna be curious how many of you feel the same way about this song that I do, because for me, this is the Sumeru Rainforest theme. We're gonna roll around right here. And that's, oh man, that's just nice. That's just nice. I said it a couple of times, it hasn't been that long, but it feels like this takes me back. I mean, you gotta remember, and as far as time is concerned, it's been about a year, and in the grand scheme of life, a year's not that long. But when you think about the gameplay, the moments, the music, the combat, the storytelling, the relaxation, the exploration, there's so much that has happened since we first heard this song when we set foot in Sumeru, up until right now as we're preparing to go into Fontaine and brand new adventures and landscapes in Genshin. That's a good, nostalgic, happy feeling. Wonderful. Alright, so that's going to be a wrap for our celebration of the Sumeru Rainforest music. If you liked the video, of course gamers, thumbs up gang. Where you at helps out a ton. If you want to share this with any of your friends in your Discord servers or your group chats or anything like that, other enjoyers of Genshin Impact and the music, I would love to do so. I would love to see you join our community as well. I've got links to everything in the description down below. Subscribe for more. Keep an eye out for part 2, celebrating the music of the desert of Sumeru. And in the meantime, love the games, love yourself, and I love you. Bye!